Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I will show you how to make image responsive without using any kind of media queries. So we're going to make this image responsive by not using any kind of media queries, by only using the aspect ratio. Now, first of all, what is an aspect ratio? An aspect ratio simply means the difference rate between the height and the width of your image or whatever container you are using, which gives us a specific shape size. For this image, it has a specific height and specific width, and that has an aspect ratio. If you change the width, then the aspect ratio change, and also the shape size will change. So to maintain the aspect ratio, we have to increase both height and the width. And that's simply the main idea of aspect ratio. Our goal of this video is to learn how to use this aspect ratio to make our image responsive, not only for image, but also for other rectangle boxes that you are using in your web page. Our main idea here is the image will take the full width of its container and the height will automatically be changed when we will decrease or increase the width. So for example, this image width is 100% of its container. So if I keep shrinking the screen size, you can see the width is changing, but also the height is also changing, and it is maintaining the aspect ratio. So that is our goal. Now there are two types of aspect ratio that you can use. First is to use the original aspect ratio of the image. This image has a specific aspect ratio of its own. We can use this aspect ratio to make things responsive. Another type of aspect ratio that you might want to use is to use a custom aspect ratio. You define a custom aspect ratio and the image will maintain the aspect ratio when the screen size will change. So that's the two type of aspect ratio. I'll show you both. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I have this basic HTML setup, and also I have an image on my directory. The first method that I'm going to show you is how to use the original aspect ratio of the image to make it responsive for every screen size. So let's first create a container, and inside the container let's add the image, and source will be ts.jpg. And here is our image. You can see it is huge. So let's add some styles. So first of all, I'm going to reset everything. So padding 0 and margin 0, box sizing border box. Now let's select the container. So container, and let's give it a width of 80%, and let's give margin of 0 and auto to make it center horizontally. Now let's select the image tag and just give it a width of 100% and height to auto. So let's save the file, and you can see here is our image at the center because we have given margin 0 and auto to the container. You can see, and let's open up the depth tool, and if I shrink the screen width, the width of the image is also changing. See, the image is maintaining its original aspect ratio. When the width is changing, the height is also changing, maintaining the aspect ratio, and that's what we wanted. So that's how you use original aspect ratio of the image to make it responsive. Now let me show you the second way you can make it responsive by using custom aspect ratio. Okay, so let's go to the container class, and here let's make it width to 100%, and let's remove the margin. Let's make it position relative. If you don't know about CSS positioning, I have a video on my channel. You can check that out. I'll put the link on the description. And now let's go to image. Let's change height to 100%. And let's make it position absolute. Top will be 0 and left will also be 0, so that it aligns with its container, and the image will also take the full height width of its container. And here you can see there is no image. Why there is no image? because the image is taking the full height and width of its container, but the container doesn't have any width. So that's why we cannot see the image. So we need to add height. We are not going to add height by using the height property. We're going to use the padding top property. And the padding top value will depend on the aspect ratio that you want. Now, if you want to use a wide image, you might want to use the standard aspect ratio 9:16. You can find this aspect ratio on 1920 by 1080 resolution, 1280 into 720 resolution, and so on. Now, how do you get the aspect ratio really? All you need to do is just divide height by the width. So let me show you. So let's take the example of 1920 into 1080. So 1080 is the height divided by 1920, which is the width, and you get 0.5625. And now we need to multiply it by 100 to make it a percentage value, and it gives us 56.25. And that's the value we want to use in our padding top value. Let's go to container, not image, the container. Let's add a padding top and use 56.25%. Now let's save the file, and you can see the image and the image height and width has changed, even though the image doesn't look good. So let's modify the screen width, and you can see that the image height is also changing while we change the width. See, it's maintaining the aspect ratio. Now, why the image is not looking good in this aspect ratio? It was looking very good on the previous example, because this image has different aspect ratio than we have given. So basically the image is trying to show everything inside that container, but there is too much content to fit in that container. So the way you would solve this problem is just select the image, and let's give it a property called object fit, and use the value cover. Okay, so now you can see the image is looking pretty good. You might also want to use something like object position property to position the element if the object fit property doesn't solve the problem. But in our case, it is looking pretty good. Now there is another simple way you can do this, but it is not recommended because of browser support. There is a property called aspect ratio exists in CSS. So let me just show it to you. I will just comment this code out for a minute, and also this code, and now use the property aspect ratio. Now first specify the width, which is 16, then a forward slash, then just give 9, which is the height. The value doesn't matter here as long it has the aspect ratio that you want. And you can see it has the same effect. I forgot to add the object fit property. See, it's still working, but it has very few browser support, so don't use this. Use the padding top method. So let's get rid of this. I'll just comment it out. Let's uncomment them. Let's use object fit to cover. By the way, guys, this code can be found on the code pen. I'll put the link on the description so that you can play with this. So it is looking pretty good. Now there might be a case that when you just decrease the screen width too much, the horizontal image doesn't look good. Sometimes you might want to make the image square when the screen size is too small. You just use a media query for that. So let's use media query. So media screen max width of 400 pixels. Let's select the image. Sorry, not the image. Let's select the container and change the padding top value. Now what will be the padding top value if you want a square image? Well, that's easy. We know that in a square the height and width are same, so divide the height and width, you will get obviously 1. Then multiply with 100, you will get 100%. And you can see our image is now square, and if I increase the screen width, and it is now horizontal again. So that is really working. So that's how you do it with vanilla CSS. Now let me show you how you can achieve the same thing in Next.js Image component. Alright, so this is a Next.js application, a basic React component. So let's just import Next.js Image component. So import image from Next image, and let's use the image component, give it a source. So it will be a ts.jpg, and we also need to give a height and width. So height, then width. Let's just leave them empty for now and give layout to responsive. And now the height and width will be based on the aspect ratio that you want. Like previously, if you want the aspect ratio of 9:16, where height is 9 and width is 16, just give that value as number. So height will be 9 and width will be 16. So now let's see. And you can see here is our image. If I open up the dev tool and let's modify the screen width, and you can see it is also maintaining the aspect ratio, and it still doesn't look good because we have to use object fit, and Next.js image component takes a object fit prop. So object fit, and you can just pass cover, sorry, not none, cover. And you can see it is looking pretty good, and the image is still responsive, you can see. And that's how you make image responsive by using CSS aspect ratio. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to do this slide based landing page with full page.js. You can try out this webpage by visiting this link, and obviously the link will be on the description. It's a slide based landing page. You can scroll through vertically. You can also scroll through horizontally. You don't always have to use mouse. You can also navigate with keyboards. I'm not using my mouse anymore. I'm only using my keyboard. Okay, so subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the video. So if the video has been helpful for you, don't forget to like this video. And if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Or if you have any kind of suggestion or feedback, please do let me know. And also, I'm looking for a new opportunity where I can use my skills and knowledge to provide great value. So if you are a recruiter who is looking for a developer who can develop simple to complex full stack application, who can build real world applications, feel free to contact me. You can contact me by email. My email is thatonjon@gmail.com. You can also contact me on LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other social medias as thatonjon. Obviously, the link will be on the description, and that's it. So stay safe. Goodbye.